All right, everybody good? Everybody ready? All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. We are back with another episode. What's going on, everybody? JAYVIBEZ hanging out with you. Of All Things Radio, bring you flowers. Now, my next special guest doesn't need an introduction, but you already know what's up, baby. We know we gotta give him one. All right, so you probably heard his music. This man is killer on the mic. From R&B to hip-hop to straight rap battles, this man has it all covered. He's probably one of the flyest dudes I know. He's helped more people than everybody in this room together. He is, of all things, he is Heartless, the monster. I got the one and only in the building. Let's go,
oh my God,
brother.
that's like the best introduction I've ever had anywhere. That was the nicest shit ever. I love that.
Dude, welcome to the show, man. Talk to me nice,
baby.
Talk to me nice. Oh, man, first things first, bro. How are you? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really busy. Work is good. I just moved. I just hit the East Coast. I'm up in Manhattan right now, so just taking the whole city in.
Yeah.
So really busy, but I'm happy back in Corpus, you know, seeing people I haven't seen in a minute, putting in work in the studio. Same old, but it feels good to be back.
Yeah. I can imagine, dude. So what's up, man? How's the move? Like, now you're in New York, East Coast, man.
Yes, sir.
What does that feel like?
Cold. It's cold as shit over there right now.
Yeah, dude, it's cold as fuck here. Like,
but it's really good, you know. I've lived in San Antonio my whole life, and so moving somewhere else, a new environment, new everything, it caused me to want to look at my past and like examine everything that I've been through. Mm-hmm. And so I guess the mantra going forward is to start behaving like everything that I've been through.
Ooh.
You know, it's not enough to treat like experiences like a book. Like if I read something in a book, I got it for a day, 2 days tops, right? But when something changes you, that stays with you. Mm-hmm. And so it's caused me to look back at people that I've worked with or experiences that I've had and make sure that I'm behaving like I've been through that shit.
Right.
Know? Like if I know that a new opportunity presents itself, I can't put all my eggs in that basket, all my hopes in that basket. If I've been through that and I made that mistake, behave that way going forward. Mm-hmm. And so that's been kind of the new mindset, is just act like I've been through what I've been through.
Yeah, I love it though. I love it. And that's a good little philosophy to, you know what I'm saying, approach and live by and like grow and just seek the future and revenue with. So that's beautiful, dude. Hell yeah. I'm glad you're doing well, man. You look great.
Thank you.
You look great, dude. We've been friends for years now, bro. Like at least, I want to say 6-7 years going on. And it's,
7 years.
Yeah, bro. Crazy, man. I've seen you grow from just, you know, wearing tight shirts and ripped pants to I'm a beast battle rapper. I'll murder all of y'all. I'm the monster. To now it's like, ooh, baby.
It's been a journey, man. I'm really excited for this next project that I'm working on. It's the first time I've like picked a lane and stayed in it for more than 2 seconds.
This is true.
Like I've loved everything that I've done. You know, whether it was, you know, grimy hip hop. To like that lo-fi type of hip hop, and then rolling to R&B, and then pop music. And so every single project I was switching lanes dramatically, and so it feels really good to say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna try this lane again.
Yeah,
like I got all these experiences of doing pop, and I learned. Now I can apply those lessons. But you know, because learning and finding my sound for lo-fi hip hop is one thing, and then switching dramatically to start singing is a whole other thing. And so I'm happy to take another run at the same target for once.
Yeah.
You know, how have you been? All right. No one ever asked the interviewer how they're doing. How have you been?
I'm doing well.
Good.
I'm doing well, man. Things are good, dude. Radio's popping off. The talk show is popping off.
That's great. I love
this. Joining the real estate gang.
Yes, sir.
And I just got done with this internship with this one company called Thematic out in California. That was cool. And then I don't know. I'm getting hired to do like social media stuff for like the mall and a few other things. And
it's big things, of all things.
Yeah, exactly. And then the sneaker and vintage Kicking It by the Bay stuff. We got one in San Antonio, then one in here, then one in Houston. So we got about six shows coming up next year. We're trying to throw one like every couple of months in a different city.
Nice.
That, and then we're working on a cooking show with some people I can't disclose yet, but like, yeah, we got
under wraps. I feel
we got some things coming, baby. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah, man. It's not about me.
I know.
It's about you. It's about things. All things. I'm plugging. I'm gonna keep plugging. Of all things, man.
Plug it, baby. Come on, man.
Can I smoke in here?
Yeah, by all means.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Show me the dealer. I like what you're doing.
I do what I can, man.
So you're working on you're approaching this thing differently.
Yes.
Your new music, you got a lot of things cooking.
Yes.
From what I'm hearing, from what I've seen, that is still on the hush hush, that hasn't been revealed yet. How is this different from like Electromagnetic, the EP that you dropped last year?
Yes. So I'm going for the same style. You know, I'm really loving pop music. It's really fun. I love the 80s, that vintage sound where like you have a lot of really cool instrumentation. It's really lush. And so it's the first time, like I said, I've done a project where the one before it is very similar, so I can do better.
Yeah.
And so I looked at everything that I did and everything that I said on that first project and said, cool, how do I take that and go and bring you in and give you more?
Right.
And so it's definitely got that, the fun, the danceable vibes. Anyone that's loved my earlier stuff, I've got some cuts on there like that. But I really wanted to make a project that was just really fun, you know? I love making sad shit. Anyone that knows me knows I love pulling at your heartstrings. And so
that you do. You touch me where it hurts.
So I really want to I sat down with my pen game and was like how can I take what I want to say and make it something that people that they want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, because I can sit down and I can just talk, I can weep and cry and make all that sad shit. Yeah. But if no one wants to hear that shit, no one wants to hear that shit. So how do I take those same feelings, use my skills as a songwriter, and turn it into something that like people want to hear? I look at The Weeknd, and I talk about The Weeknd all the time.
Yeah.
You look at Trilogy, right? It was just isolation, darkness, sex addiction, drug addiction, self-loathing,
but on a pop tone.
I mean, his first stuff, it was just dark and ambient, and then you have Beauty Behind the Madness, and what changes? Technically nothing. It's still all about drugs and sex.
Yeah.
But he found a way to channel his songwriting. I mean, look at I Can't Feel My Face. That song's about cocaine.
Hardcore.
It's just about cocaine. But you can play it on the radio, and it gets a Kids' Choice Award.
And it's totally fine. It's totally fine.
And so I've been really sitting and trying to embody that lesson in my songwriting.
Yeah.
You can still say what you want to say. Shout out to me. You can still say what you want to say, but if you say it different, people want to hear it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at what I think it was Sean Kingston. I mean, Suicide.
Yeah.
Like that song blew up for wild reasons. Yes, it's a dark song. But you know, there's been plenty of examples of, you know, great artists who are channeling all their darkness, their stuff they're dealing with, problems or whatever, and they put it in a way of like, okay, how can I still say everything that I want to say, but get y'all to still listen and dance to it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we're all gonna be depressed, let's at least move our bodies.
I mean, that's like Andre 3000 on Hey Ya.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like he even said, like, it's cool because he gets really meta on it. He's like, man, y'all don't hear me. Y'all just want to dance. Because the whole song is about like a breakup and like relationships not working. He's like, but if you make it fun and make it danceable, people will dance and they'll cry later.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, so speaking of that, I want to talk about, do you have any collaborations that you can talk about in your upcoming projects? Because I know you usually work with like Shiloh, you know, from Guava, hits like Guava on December 8th, which we're about to hit December. So what's up, my guy? We're going to get a sequel to that December 9th, maybe?
This December 8th, it's another one. It was a really sad song, kind of, but it doesn't feel as dark as like the subject matter.
Yeah.
I wrote that December 8th is the day that Juice WRLD died. And so like I wasn't a huge Juice fan, but when I saw that, I was like, man, it's another one. Like it's another rapper, another musician, you know, gone too soon. And so, you know, doing like taking those emotions and those feelings about like life not being like guaranteed tomorrow, like everything being very short-lived. You know, how do you love when you know that nothing really lasts?
It's just in the moment, I guess.
And so that's what December 8th is about. But collaborations, me and Hanchi, he's an incredible artist from San Antonio. Vocals like Frank Ocean, but then he's got bars on top of it. I mean, the dude doesn't stop working. We've got some stuff in the bank. Bad Fawn, who wasn't a singer.
No, you turned her into one.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Shout out Courtney.
Yeah, we were at karaoke, and I was like, I feel like this girl can sing. Like I can hear like how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
It's like you can sing, can't you?
Oh, that was the night y'all went to what, Sing Bar, or
we went to like 3 or 4 places. Yeah,
and
we were hopping.
Yeah, I remember. I met up with y'all at the very end.
Yes. Yeah. And so I heard her. I was like, bitch, you can fucking sing. I know you can fucking sing. Bitch, I know you can sing. And so I was like, hey, you got to come through the studio. You got to do something. And the first track we ever did was me, her, and Hanchi. We did a cover of Fix You by Coldplay.
Okay.
And this girl walks in the studio, and in like one take, she's like, just absolutely kills it. Like we're sitting there, we're like,
just mind blown. Like, you've been hiding this?
And so they were asking like, oh, where do you record that before? She's like, this is my first time in a studio. Like, this is your first time in a studio?
There's no way.
So a couple of collaborations on the way, but I'm really focusing on the solo stuff. You know, I think I was really comfortable, you know, handing off some parts of the songs to other artists because I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. And so a lot of the last stuff I've been doing is just kind of a representation. Like, hey, I don't need anybody else. Like, I don't need you. I write my own lyrics. I sing everything. I rap everything. Like, I don't need anybody.
Come on, keep naming them. Keep naming them. Let's go.
Right. And so, like, that's been the goal, man. Is just, you know, to prove to people and to myself, I don't need to. I mean, I love, you know, getting Shiloh on a track. I love getting Quentin
but
on
you don't need somebody to lean on. You can do this all on your own. Yeah. You know, you can have a totally solo project with just you on it, and it'd be perfectly fine.
I mean, Electromagnetica with I think. Yeah, everything, and there's no features. Hanchi does a background layer on the last track, but as far as like having someone else sing while I rap, like, I don't need to do that.
I don't need to do that?
No, I'm good.
You do a lot of other things besides music. So for people who don't know, can you explain like your day-to-day job?
Oh, yeah. I live with people that are dealing with mental health crises or they're struggling with addiction, and so I help people kind of find a way to get back to themselves. That's the best way I describe it.
Yeah.
I know when I first did the job, I thought, you know, the job is to help save lives, save these people, but you really don't. You know, you hold space, you give people time, you care, and you listen. And if you do that enough, most people can save themselves. And in those few moments where they can't, you know, maybe I provide some assistance, I help them find a resource, but a lot of it is just holding space and listening while somebody puts themselves back together. And it's a really beautiful process to watch.
Yeah, you told me some amazing and incredible stories like over the years, and some of the stuff I'm just like, damn, that's my friend out there saving lives.
There are definitely some stories. Like I've definitely seen some shit. But the day-to-day stuff right now, when things are good, it's consistent. You know, there's no huge emergencies, no fires need to be put out. A lot of what I do, like I said, it's just listen, and it's crazy the work and the healing that can happen if you just listen to somebody.
Yeah,
like if you don't walk in there with a ulterior motive, if you don't walk into a situation like, what can I get out of this? It's like, hey, it's like, what's going on with you? It's like, well, people are saying yada, 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 yada. It's like, well, what do you think about that? Like, well, honestly, I feel like this, but I know that I'm probably, and you just watch them kind of arrive at their own conclusion. It's like, hey, maybe I should do X, Y, and Z. It's like, maybe you should, man.
Maybe, what's the alternative? I mean, you know, we're leading to a lot of dead ends here, you know, so it's like, you know, let's find a crossroads somewhere to get over this bridge.
Yeah, I mean, in that industry, in that line of work, it can get, you know, sad. There's some darkness that comes with it,
of course.
But the bright spots make it all worth it. You know, for everybody that, you know, that can't quite beat their demons. You know, that everybody that we can't help escape their own mind. Sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
But then you watch somebody become someone they never thought they could, and it makes it worth it to see someone say, hey, like my mom was like this, my dad was like this, my uncles, my grandparents, everyone's like this, but not me. Like when you watch that cycle get broken, when you watch someone that said like, hey man, I didn't think I was going to graduate high school, but now I can't wait to go to college.
Yeah.
Like watching that transition is incredible.
Yeah. I've seen it in even my own family and even mutual friends, like, where like they're the first person out of their family to break the cycle of like, I'm not going to smoke or drink or do drugs, or I'm not going to skip school, or I'm not going to like not give a shit about where I end up in the future. Like I'm actually going to pay attention, and, you know, maybe I am the first one to set an example, but someone has to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if it ain't going to be me, like, who's it going to be, you know?
Yeah, and I work with adults mostly these days, but I still, the days that I work with teenagers, I love it, because you get to watch someone also like miss out on some of the really bad stuff. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I got into like a bit of trouble in my teenage years and then my youth, but shit gets way worse if you're still dealing with those issues and those demons when you're like 20, 30, 40, and so watching someone essentially get a whole brand new life for themselves. Or like, you know what? You don't have any kids. You don't have any divorces. You haven't been to jail yet. You get to skip out on all that stuff. You just had like a bad sophomore, junior year. Like that's the worst it ever has to get for you. And so, helping someone get there, it's magical.
Yeah.
I love helping someone turn their whole life around if they need to, but what if we didn't have to get that point?
Do those stories and experiences and things you've seen and done even help people out? Do those translate into your music?
Some of them do. I think some of the darkness, it's a good reminder. You know, like I struggled myself until I was 20, and so I still remember what it was like. But it's not as real and as raw as it was when I was in the shit. But when you're still working with those people, when you're working with somebody,
you have flashbacks and get reminded.
Yeah. Like I don't have the intimate knowledge of what it used to be like, of like, I don't want to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
If I sit and I think about it, I can kind of remember what that felt like. But when you meet somebody who says that, like, you know what, like, I don't want to wake up tomorrow, it reminds you exactly where you came from. And so it always stays real and relevant and fresh with me, because I'm always with those people who are still trying to put it together. And so I try not to get too full of myself, because it's like, bro, you know where you used to be.
Yeah.
And as long as I remember where I used to be, hopefully I can behave a little differently. I can't act like I've never done nothing. I can't act like I've never gone through shit, because I know that I have.
Dude, something that I love that you told me not too long ago. It was maybe a couple months ago. But I was kind of caught up in my own feelings of like, man, I'm dealing with this problem, yada, yada, rent's due, etc. But you were like, man, despite like everything you got going on, look at all the good and greatness you have going on as well. And you're like, man, look where you started from us like hanging out in a room, freestyling, smoking weed, whatever it was, to like now and our status now and what we've achieved and overcome and to where we're going.
Yeah.
And that was like some really dope advice that I was just like, damn it, Heartless has it all the time. Gospel words.
It's just about like understanding that like, okay, cool, I still have problems. You know, shit's not always easy today, but I was like, dude, take a look, because I remember when you were talking about being where you're at right now, when you know, being on the radio, having all the things you got going for you was a dream of like, man, I hope one day like I could maybe make this happen for myself, and I could maybe make this happen. Now you have all these good things going for you. So yeah, you got some bad stuff, but don't forget you're living out the dreams of who you used to be.
Yeah,
like I'm like I said, I can get really down on myself about not being where I want to be, or not doing enough, or not getting enough. But I know that 20-year-old me looking at 28-year-old me, I just turned 28. 28-year-old me.
Happy you're belated?
Yeah. 20-year-old me looking at 28-year-old me and everything that I'm doing, he'd be thrilled. Yeah. Because I remember where I was my 20th birthday, or just before it. Yeah. I was locked up again, briefly, and I thought I was going to turn 20 in jail. Like, I thought that's what I was going to do. And I knew what I was facing. Charges, I'm not going to get into that. But I knew what I was facing. I was like, man, this is my life. Yeah. I'm sitting here on this bed in general population with 60 other
close
dudes.
to my birthday. Like, just thinking this is where it's going to end. Yeah.
This is where my life is headed. And now fast forward a couple years later, and completely different.
Yeah, completely different, man. I'm so proud of you.
Likewise, man.
I'm so proud of you. You look so fresh, and you bring so much like genuine love with you, which is like great. And I don't know if that's just based off the pink of being Cupid or what, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, maybe it's the holidays. I don't know, but it's something that you always radiate, and just your overall positivity of life, because you have seen some really dark days to where like stuff I can't even comprehend. So it's just some stuff that I'm just like, bro, like, you know, life isn't that bad. You know, you can definitely find the peace and the love beyond it and stuff like that. So one thing that I did want to ask, and I recently saw this, like, you know, you have so much love going on in your life. Like, why do you hate birds?
Bro, okay, I'll tell you, all right?
I want to know.
Bro, I have so much love in my life. I don't have hate for most people, most groups of people. I hate Nazis. That's a big thing for me. Everybody else, we're cool. I love everybody. Yeah. But fuck a bird, dude. Fuck them, okay? Here's the thing. You got a problem with the person, they can only come at you one direction. Yeah. Right? They could maybe try to fake you out, but birds can fly. Is that what it is? No, that's worse. Oh. Birds can fly, and I don't trust that shit. That shit's not natural. I don't care what anybody says. Fuck a bird. That's one. Two, all of them, the flightless ones, too goddamn big. Too motherfucking big. Emperor penguins. Oh, happy feet. They're like so cute. They're 4.5 feet fucking tall. That's too goddamn big. Ostriches, fucking disgusting. Emus, fucking disgusting. Some birds can talk or sound like chainsaws, and everyone's just cool with that. Fuck all that shit. Fuck all of that. I've never met a bird that I trust. Not one.
Do you eat birds?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Chickens,
I'll eat more
everything.
birds. Yeah, I eat everything. But I don't ever want to hang around a bird for any reason. I'll walk into a house. Oh, this is my pet bird. All right, man, I'll see you.
I got you ain't the one, bro. I'm sorry. Absolutely We're going to have to cut our session short.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Was there a bird here? Is that what this is?
No.
I'll leave.
It was just something that I don't know. We've had a few hit the window, but nothing crazy.
Good.
From what I've seen, too, on some of your posts, are you a cat man?
Oh, I love cats.
I know you do. Talk about it.
Dude, I have 2 cats. They're my babies. I have 2 cats and a dog. I love all of them. I do have a favorite one. But I love cats, man. They're fucking awesome. I feel like you waste too much time. If you're trying to be hard, trying to be tough, you miss out on delightful things. You know what's delightful? Cupcakes. You can't eat a cupcake and be hard. Why be hard? You have to miss delightful stuff. Sunsets? delightful. The color pink. So, like, I love pleasant, delightful things. That's what cats are, man. Cats are pleasant. They're delightful.
Oh, no.
I love that shit.
So, I don't know. I'm a dog guy. I'm with the dogs out here.
Nah, man. Here's the thing. You can have a dog if you need attention all the time. I don't need attention. My cats walk in. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, how's it going?
I'm going to be over here. Yeah. Let's keep it moving, baby.
We kick it when we have time. Like, when we enjoy that time together. I don't need someone on me all the time.
Yeah.
That's my wife. My wife loves dogs.
Congratulations on getting married, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dude, the wedding. You just went and got eloped, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I got a job offer in New York. I was like, hey, like they called me and said, you should move up here. I was like, when? They said, like a month. And I was like, I can't decide that. I got to talk to my then girlfriend. And so I was like, hey, I got a job offer. She said, cool, let's leave. I was like, you're down? And so I was like, well, it doesn't make sense for us to plan a wedding in New York.
True.
And have our family and friends.
I don't know. I would have made the trip. That would have gave me a reason to go to New York. Not that I need a reason, but I would have been.
Dude, no one likes destination weddings.
Nah.
Don't do that.
I feel you. I feel you. My sister wanted to have like a wedding in like Mexico, and I was like, I
mean, that's not horrible, but like, oh, we're gonna get married in Europe, then you're gonna get married by your fucking self. Yeah. I'm not flying to Europe. Oh, but we're in love. Cool. Why do I have to pay for you guys to be in love? I'm not doing that shit.
Very true.
So we realized it'd be rude to like have everybody fly to New York. Or like to try to plan a wedding in Texas from New York.
True.
So I was like, hey, you want to get married before we leave? And she's like, yeah, I'm down. Yeah. I bought the ring like months ago.
Yeah, so you just been holding on to it?
Yeah, and so I ran to my friend's house, like right down the street, got the ring, came back, proposed. We were in New York the next day, looking at her apartment. We got back. We got back. We were back for like 2.5 weeks. Got married, went to Florida, got back, went to Boston, got back, and then fled the South. Said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I see what happened.
Fuck out of here.
I know what's happening in the government. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm all right.
Because I know what's going to happen.
Let's sit this one out.
I know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
Wait, can I get political?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
Here's what happens. It's women, then it's gay people, then it's black people. That's the order they get you every single time. That's what's going to happen. They went for the women's rights, and right after that, man, they're going to go for gay rights, and right after that, bingo. So I said, let's get the fuck out of the South. Absolutely not. Peace.
Done. Adios.
I want to raise kids down here.
Hell
no. Hell fucking no. Children in this economy in the South? No.
Not me, bruh.
I was in San Antonio.
Gone.
There was a Nazi rally less than a mile from my house.
Wow, what the hell?
Absolutely not.
Actually, that's not that surprising.
And that's what's scary about it. Yeah. Is that like when I saw it, it was horrible and it was terrible, but it wasn't surprising anymore. After all that was happening, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think like during the pandemic, I was like, oh shit, Nazis are back? That's a throwback.
Yeah, fuck.
And I thed it was just tiki torches. I thought it was just one time. But nah, they're here to stay. And I said, I'm getting
and they're growing.
Yeah,
it's crazy times, man. I'm just living life until it ends. But you know what I'm saying? Aren't we all?
Yeah, I mean, part of my heart will always be down here. Yeah. We'll always want to fight the good fight, and always want to stand up for people that need help. You know, any marginalized group.
Yeah.
Whether that's black, queer, indigenous, any kind of person needs the help. I always want to help where I can. But when I'm looking at my future and I'm looking at my family, I'm looking at if I want to bring kids into a world, what kind of world or place I want to bring them in. Unfortunately, it just stopped being Texas for me, and like that was.
I get it.
I'm a born and raised Texan man, but like,
it'll do that to you just based on how shit's going and how it's running. It's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyways, politics aside, man.
Politics aside. I can go all night on that shit.
Yeah. I feel you. It's a never-ending story, but let's talk about your story.
Oh.
All right. Something that I love that you got going on, Dad. I put you in my final presentation for that internship I did.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yes.
So I thought it was great because I focused it on like my different friends who are all artists and all in the industry, but are all tackling like promotion differently. Yes. And I love the way I love your own like way of going about it. You know what I'm saying? You create the whole project, you try and finalize and get everything done, then you do all the music videos for it, and then you set a time and date and promotions, and then, you know what I'm saying, you know how much to space it out for each single or whatever to get its own individual promotion. And, not to say you haven't even rolled out anything yet, but this is just something that I'm just aware of and I peeped. And I'm like, man, that's so different from your traditional of like, I'm going to put a single out, then maybe a music video later, I'm going to try and do this TikTok trend, you know what I'm saying, or I'm going to try and do some shows, hopefully they like it, and then I'll put out the single, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But the way you're you're going about it, I think is really neat. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. I had one of those experiences that I had to learn from, and I had it twice. And I hope it never happens again. One was with Best Boy. Shout out to Best Boy.
Shout out Best Boy.
And I came to the studio. I was like, bro, you dropped this snippet online. When's the full song going to be out?
So
When's it going to happen?
You be holding on to stuff.
But in this case, guess what happened? I had dropped the song a month prior. And I never want to be in a position where somebody is a fan of me, likes my music, likes my content, and my promotion is so like dog shit that the song has been out and people that want to hear it don't even know it's out.
Yeah.
Like, it can't happen that way.
No, yeah.
And so
you got to prepare.
Yeah, and so my new release strategy, I've done what I could to remove any other factors from it. Like, if you've been, I'm sure you've worked with people before, you know how it goes, where it just takes one person to fuck up their shit, and then the whole thing is done.
That's
I announced to everybody, hey, the song's coming out, the video's coming out in a month from now, but then the videographer loses the shit. The engineer gets fucking sick, or they have to drop off the face of the earth, or the editor, the whatever. And so I realized, and a lot of times, I put myself in a position for these other people to be dictating when my content comes out. And then I look like an asshole because I told people, hey, the song will be out Friday. And then someone tells me, oh man, I know I said I'd have it to you on Wednesday, but can we do it Monday? It's like, well, now it's late. Yeah. And so now the way that I do things is I don't announce any release dates.
Yeah, because it's just better that way. It's less problems, because if you always give yourself like an end date, then it's like, then you're hustling and scrambling trying to get it in. And then, exactly. If no one's cooperating, then it's like, bro, well, now I'm fucked. And I look like the asshole.
And I look back and I listen to previous things where it's like, man, sure, this is cool, it's good, but it's not what I envisioned. It could have been it could have been this much better if I hadn't said, okay, it has to get in by this date. So I just remove release dates. It comes out when it comes out. It takes however long it takes. I know from my work ethic, I'm not dragging my feet on nothing. I'm not slacking. I'm doing everything I can as quickly as I can, and whenever it's done, it's done.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I hear that. And I like the way you go about it, you know. And I'm excited to see the whole rollout, man, of this upcoming. Do you have never mind. Do you have an idea of what you're gonna put out next? Like, I don't mean like a release date drop, but like the next song and music video that comes with that.
Yeah. This last trip, me and Best Boy, I shot covers just to have content.
You got to put out content, you know what I'm saying?
We shot one every single day that I've been in town so far. And so that'll come out first and say, hey guys, I'm still here. I haven't disappeared.
I still exist. I'm still making music.
And then we shot, the guys that produce, Chris and Best Boy, we shot a video a while ago. That's on the docket and a single for that. I shot a video in New York that I really love for Somewhere.
Yes.
I showed you that one. Yeah,
so good, so
I love
good.
that one. So those are probably the next upcoming ones. Yeah, but like I said, I work as fast as I can.
You do.
I get a camera when I can. I get in the studio as soon as I can. And so when it's done, it's done. And when it's not, it just isn't. But I think coming into 2023, I think the big thing people can expect is consistency. I'm not going to disappear as much. I'm going to be around.
Yeah, good. I hope you stick around and stay around.
Yeah, the days of here's a song, I'll see you guys in 4 months, those are gone. So now it's like,
good.
Yeah, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I'll be everywhere.
You've evolved so much as an artist, man, and it's so beautiful to see. Jesus. But not only like your creativity, your flow, and your music and your sound, but your look too, baby. You know what I'm saying? No longer huge ass circle gauge.
Oh, those are coming back.
Oh yeah,
they're coming back.
I hope, but
big,
still,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're coming back.
You know, and then even the skinny rip sheet jeans with the chopped up, folding shoe coming apart Vans and like everything else.
The jeans are gone, but the busted Vans, those are probably here to stay. But the jeans, those are gone. Yeah, dude, I don't want to say the thing that every rapper says, but big things coming soon. I hate saying that, or y'all ain't ready, which it's a lie. Yeah. It's music, okay? Yeah. The city's ready for music. I've heard so many songs. There's never been a song where I was like, man, I gotta go to the psych ward. I heard this song and I wasn't ready for it. The city's ready for your music, okay? They're ready. They can handle it. It's like what? Oh, we're going to Vegas. Vegas can't handle us. Vegas can handle you, okay?
Yeah, it's handled way worse.
4 mediocre motherfuckers coming to Vegas. Vegas is gonna be fine, all right? Corpus can handle your next single, I promise.
I promise you, man.
Is it about bitches and drugs?
Yeah, more likely.
It about shaking ass? I think they're going to be ready.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be so ready for it.
Ass and titties, guns and blazing.
So I try not to say, oh, they're not ready, but I do want to say bigger and better. Not big things coming because everyone says that. Not y'all ain't ready, but hey, I want to be bigger. I want to be better. And
you are from Texas, so
yeah. So I'm working for it. I'm doing what I can to I mean, to tie back to the beginning, try to look like and act like that I've been through what I've been through.
God damn it, man. Y'all hear this, man? That's a quote. Put that on a t-shirt or a hat.
Put it on a shirt and then sell it and then give me the money. I need it, okay?
Go fund my ass, man.
Music isn't cheap.
Yeah, it's not. It really isn't, man. It really isn't. So, believe it or not, dude, I actually, got someone who submitted a question that they wanted to know personally from you.
Oh, word.
What's this Twitter beef you have with Ricky?
Oh, man.
Let's get into that real quick.
It's very simple. I was at the studio, and Best Boy had said, hey, this is my friend Ricky. And I said, nah, fuck that guy. And that's the end. Because when it comes to Ricky, fuck Ricky, okay? Fuck Ricky.
I'm Ricky, I'm sorry.
Nah, if you've seen Ricky, if you've met Ricky, if you've been around his aura, you get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, no, yeah, that guy sucks. Like, it doesn't take much. And so for him, it was just on site. I saw what he was doing, what he was about, how he carried himself. I was like, nah, fuck that guy. Fuck him. Fuck everything about him. And he won't pull up.
Yeah. Yikes.
You want to know a fun story? I saw Ricky like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I walked into a Whataburger right after the studio. And I walked in, and as I was walking like to my seat, he was walking out, and he kept fucking walking because he knows what's up. And then I followed him. I followed him, and he had his friends. I was by myself. Hanshi was there, but he was in the back.
Yeah.
Shout out Hanshi. But I followed him out into the parking lot, and then I stood at the door and I watched him as he walked to his car, and he didn't do shit because that's who Ricky is. That's who the fuck he is. It wasn't even a pull up. It was like, nigga, I'm here. Like, I can say nigga here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, I'm right here. He looked eyes and he kept fucking walking because he knows what's up.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for answering that question.
Yeah, fuck Ricky.
I'll make sure that point gets across to our...
Make sure it stays in the video. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
Fuck Ricky.
Oh, man. I love this show, bro. Oh, it's so good.
I have fun.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's still going, too, man. So, what is it? So, let's take it back. So, something that I saw on the Dusty Crates. Shout out, Dusty.
Yeah, shout out, Dusty.
Dude, you brought up the performance at, what is it? Texas Fright Night Festival, the one with Coda the Friend, you, and I think we had someone else. That was quite a show. So
it was.
So you like got on stage, immediately cussed out every single word there was in front of so many people,
so many children. So I didn't know this. Shout out Meta. It was a benefit they were raising money for children. It was
yes,
the whole thing.
That was the whole event. Josh, and Meta put on, dude.
Yeah, you guys sure did. That was not conveyed to me. I didn't know this was a benefit. I thought it was just a concert.
No.
And so when I get there, Meta's like, hey, man, there's a lot of kids here right now. You were going to go on at 7. I'm going to put you on at like 9 or 10. So I thought, okay, cool, there's a lot of kids here now. And there won't be kids here when I get on later. Yeah. And so when I got on stage,
it was not the case.
And I said what I said, and what was it? I think it was 300. 300 people said, nope. There's ladies pushing their strollers out, like, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So for those who know, we threw a festival back, 2017 maybe?
Something like that, yeah, that's been years.
And we had an attendance of about 1,500 people. Now, there was food trucks, we had concerts, we had a haunted house, we had a whole bunch of things.
Great.
And this man made at least 300 to 400 people leave in like 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
I
wasn't done with my first song.
Yeah.
And they were out.
It was a shit show. But I mean, dude, I still love that you were there.
It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys had told me, hey, you can't cuss here, I would have gone to the studio. I would have edited my songs. I would have done it. But I was like, man, the tracks are loaded. Like,
but that was back then. Here we are years later. Do you have any upcoming performances that you can talk about or anything planned?
Nah, like I said, I'm just getting to New York, and so I found a couple studios, a couple engineers that I really like, and so it's still getting the feel of the city. But also, like, I don't cuss my music anymore. I mean,
you don't.
There's like 1 or 2 maybe on a whole project, but like, I just realized it was holding me back. Like, don't get me wrong. If I want to say fuck on a record, I'll say fuck on a record, but I can't use it as a crutch. Like, if I was going for opportunities, I did Luminari in San Antonio. It's actually happening. It's coming up. And I sent in my old music, And they said, hey, we like your stuff. Yes, you can do it. We'll put you on the main stage, but do you have any clean versions?
Yeah.
And so there's a couple other opportunities where people were asking for clean tracks and censored tracks and stuff like that. And I realized, the more you cuss in your music, I mean, sure, like everyone cusses in rap.
Yeah, but the more you do it, the less you're probably going to get played by both DJs, airplay, whatever.
It just closes some doors for you. And so, one, I can't afford to have any doors closed.
True.
And two, like if I'm a songwriter, and to me that's my biggest skill. Before rapping, before singing, performing, putting pen to paper is like my bread and butter.
Yeah.
If I can't find a way to say what I want to say without saying fuck, shit, bitch, or whatever, then I'm not a good songwriter.
Yeah.
So when I put it that way, I was like, okay, cool. And so Electromagnetica, I think I cussed once on the whole project.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, man.
You've come a long way.
Yeah. Fright night, man. That was.
I know.
It certainly was scary. It was a fright night. I'll tell you that much, dude. They were not happy.
So let's spin this back. I won't take up too much of your time, but let's circle it back, dude. Yeah. Heartless the Monster. Where does the name originate from?
I have no idea.
Give me the origin story. You got to know something.
Yeah, I mean, so I look back at when I was in my addiction. I remember we were at a party, and I was really fucked up. Mm-hmm. And it was a joke somehow. Like that was, I don't know why, I don't know how it was the punchline, but it was somehow it became a joke or a thing. And I woke up the next day and I couldn't remember. I was like, I had a previous rap name. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
But during that night, I changed my rap name to Heartless the Monster. And I woke up and said, guys, man, I know I changed it because I wrote it down. Where did this come from? They're like, oh, because you're heartless. And I was like, no, but like, how do we arrive at this conclusion?
Yeah.
What happened? Did I do something? Did I say something? It's like, nah, you remember. And so I don't think they remember. So no one remembers where it comes from.
Where the origin
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's scripted and written off, the ancient textures that just are lost in time.
Off my ancient iPhone, whatever from back then. But I haven't changed it, even though like my style has changed drastically. Mm-hmm. It's a good reminder, Like I know who I am, I know what I've been through, and I like it.
It's fire. The world will never know. I was trying to piece it together right now. I was like, well, he kind of looks like Kanye in 08. Is that where it comes from? Just relevance wise, I remember when I first made the name, and I would Google myself because everyone Googles himself. Like you can say you don't, you Google yourself. No. Like, hey, am I making any waves? Yeah.
And so it was back in those days. It was Heartless by Kanye, and Monster by Kanye, and then Heartless Monster by 50 Cent, and then Kingdom Hearts Heartless. Like it was all of those. Now if you Google me, it's me. So I did it. Plus, it's too late to change.
There you go. A little round of applause for my man right there.
Yeah, thanks.
I love and appreciate you.
I'm in too deep. I can't be anyone else.
No, yeah. It's okay, man. It's good. And I love too when because there have been times where I don't see you for like a year or so, or years or months, however much time goes by. But when we reunite, and I don't know if it's just because of our friendship or what, but dude, it feels like we haven't skipped a day.
Yeah.
And I fucking love the organic connection and overall friendship, man.
Just because I feel like the time in between is never because shit gets awkward.
No.
Someone gets salty. It's just like when we first were kicking it, it was I'd come down here and get to the studio when I can, and we would hang out and do shit. Mm-hmm. So now when I come into town, it's like I book the studio out for a week. I'm in the studio every single day, and so it's like when I can see people, if I get time before or after, I'd love to see people that I've seen from back in the day in Corpus. But now it's like I'm in the studio when I wake up, I leave, I go to sleep, I do it again, and then I get the fuck out. And I go home and I get back to work. Nice, man. Do you do anything for like fun when you're not like constantly, I guess, in the studio or at your day job? Yes, now I do. It was another interview like this, and I had made work and music my entire life. Yeah. So I said, we love your music, we love your story. When you're not, in the studio at work, what do you do? And I realized that I forgot to do things. I forgot to have hobbies and interest. But I watch a lot of movies. I'm big into cinema. You watched Black Panther, the new one? Opening night. Stop playing with me. I'm not so same here. What did you think of it though? Incredible. Yeah? Incredible. Everything. Cinematography, soundtrack, all of it. The acting was great. 1 out of 10. Great. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10? 9 out of 10. Okay. I gave it a 7. Fair. I'll say this. It was, number one, I'm biased because I love superhero movies. Yeah, same. Big comic book nerd fan. But this one and the Spider-Man one of this phase were the best ones. The other ones, I can take them or leave them. Doctor Strange, it was all right. Thor: Love and Thunder. I hated it. Bro, that's what I don't want to do with music. Yeah. Is that Thor Ragnarok, incredible. And great. So they said, hey, let's take all of the things that people loved about Thor Ragnarok and make that the whole movie. It's like, no, because you need balance. Like that's what made Thor Ragnarok so good, was that the funny parts were funny, and then there was like sad parts, dramatic parts, like it's funny parts. Like everything had its balance and its flow, and Thor: Love and Thunder just felt like it was just one joke to the next. Dude, there was no space in between. So that's what I try to do to tie it to music. Like, I don't want to take all the good parts that you loved of a song, like, man, this was the biggest song from the record, let's just make 10 songs exactly like that, and that's the new album. It's like, no, man, like, it's balance. I love making fun stuff. I want stuff you can dance to. I want stuff you can fall in love to. I want stuff you can cry to. Like, yeah, sure, this is the biggest song, but you only liked it because you weren't tired of hearing it at the end of the project. There's a lot of rappers, and I mean singers too, but I hear a lot of rappers. Yeah. There's a lot of rappers where it's like, man, everything sounds exactly the same, or, man, these 3 singles that you dropped and made videos for were great, and the rest of this album was dog shit. It's dog shit.
Just fucking trash,
it's
bro.
Fucking filler, bro. Don't, like, why the fuck you getting in the studio to talk about some dumb shit? It's not even any cool dumb shit. Dumb shit can be fun.
Yeah.
But why are you getting in the studio to, like, put some lackluster effort on? Go home.
Go home,
Go read
bro.
a book.
Put that shit away.
No one wants to hear that shit.
Yeah. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you.
Yeah, love Black Panther. It was great.
Yeah. I'm glad you're getting into hobbies and doing some other stuff now.
Yeah, I do that. Bowling, which is weird. I love bowling.
I love bowling too.
It's delightful.
We should go bowling.
Bro, I'm down to go bowling. I love bowling.
Yeah.
But I'm working on having a rounded life.
Good, man. Come full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love to see it, bro. So before I let you go, dude, who are some of your top influences right now? Music-wise, fashion-wise, whatever.
Music-wise, Weeknd for sure. I love his songwriting. I love the throwback. Kanye West, music only. Music
Glad
only, and like not even of the last 3 years.
Yes,
I think his impact is overstated previously, or understated in previous years. And so there's a lot of great stuff to get from College Dropout, from Graduation, from Life of Pablo, until he lost his mind and became a fucking Nazi. Fuck that guy right now. I'll say it. So that's a huge one. Michael Jackson, again, music only. It sucks I have to keep saying that.
Yeah, I know.
But Thriller is the best-selling album of all time. Twice. It
just went to 4K too, like video-wise.
Yeah, so I look back at that and look back at, the impact and his work ethic. I get a lot out of that. Drake, he's not canceled, right? We're good?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay, word, cool. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see.
I look at what he does. I mean, people can talk shit about him, which is great. I get it. I'm not a Drake stan. I'm not saying he's the greatest thing to ever to touch a microphone. But I think he's the only artist I can think of that for 12 summers in a row, 12 probably, maybe more at this point, since Best I Ever Had and Bedrock, and there hasn't been a summer where he didn't own it.
Yeah.
Like, there hasn't been a summer that's gone by where he wasn't the guy. And so studying their pen, their workmanship, all that kind of stuff, that's a big one. But whenever people ask me influences, I got to give it to, like, for me personally, Meta and Quentin, right in Corpus.
Yep.
Meta was the first person that ever told me to sing on a song, and that changed my life. So
shout out Meta and Quentin.
I always give Meta his flowers. And Quentin was the one that sat me down and told me that, like, hey, like, you have a really, really good underground sound, but you talk like you want to be a pop motherfucker. So, like,
this is true.
So what's it gonna be?
Yeah,
like,
Quentin.
So what's it gonna be? he sat me down and was like, yeah, man, do you want to be pop or you want to be underground? You can't be both. Pick one.
Yeah.
And so him being real with me and sitting down, real direct, it made my whole persona, all my music took like a 180.
Yeah.
And I started doing completely different stuff. So yeah, musically, like, famous wise, those are those people. But for impact on me and my music, Meta and Quentin every time.
Damn it, man. I love the story. I love hearing you break everything down, dude. I love hearing your opinion behind everything that you got going, dude. I see you cooking over there at Produce, and you always got incredible stuff every time I get a
stop by, man.
I do. I will. And I usually do. I try and do some sit-ins, or I love to see, the snippets and everything you got going on, at least what you can show, which is great, dude. And I'm excited to see what the world thinks of, who you are now. And it's going to be really beautiful to see it all, catch fire.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for bringing me by, man. I love
anytime, man. Thank you for coming to the show, man. Yes. We've been friends for such a long time, like I said, since before the J, and then the Vibes came second. So
for real,
yeah. That's what I'm saying, dog. That's
7 years, man, and many more to go. Looking forward to it.
Love you, man. Appreciate you coming on the show, Heartless.
Thanks for having me, man.
Nah, anytime, brother. Love it, man. That's another one for the books, baby. Of All Things Radio, bring you flowers. My name is JAYVIBEZ. Everybody, Heartless the Monster. Can you let everybody know where they can find your music and follow you on social media?
Yes, Heartless the Monster, at Heartless the Monster for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. Anywhere you can find music, you can find me.
Hit my man with a follow ASAP. All right, that's another one for the books, man. Heartless the Monster, Of All Things Radio, baby. That's another one. Sheesh.
Yes, sir.